And a happy Friday, Dodgers Nation. Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see even more and more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, give me your fire takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day is, what's your concern level about this ice-cold Dodgers offense right now on a scale of 1 to 10? I want your concern level down below in the comment section. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So the Dodgers offense is just downright offensive right now. They're colder than Rob Manfred's heart in an igloo. Their last 5 games are averaging 2 runs per game. They're hitting 126. They've been held to 3 runs or less 8 of the last 13 games. And now it's time for this Dodgers offense to wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up out of your sleep.
But despite the cold bats yesterday, despite the two-headed monster at the top of the lineup, Mookie Betts and Corey Seager, despite their 2 studs at the top of the lineup combining to go 0 for 8 with 3 strikeouts, the Dodgers still had a chance to win thanks to an outstanding pitching performance by Walker Buehler, and it came down to that 8th inning. The Dodgers, they had bases loaded. First, you get the single by Justin Turner, the ground rule double for Will Smith. They get the intentional walk, and then Sheldon Neuse, he just smoked one off the bat, but the Padres, they just made a great play. Neuse smokes a hopper to Cronenworth. He makes a fantastic play. FTJ rivals it to first. They get 2, and they get out of a bases-loaded jam. And Neuse tattooed 105 miles per hour off the bat, a .630 expected batting average. So some outstanding defense for the Padres and some bad luck for the Dodgers. So there were definitely some positives last night, and that's 2 righties hitting home runs. A.J. Pollock gets his first home run of the year, as does Sheldon Neuse. He gets his first home run in the bigs, and his first hit as a Dodger goes for a home run. He was hitting the ball hard all night. Just some bad luck there for the Dodgers, and an excellent play by the San Diego Padres. And then after the game, Dave Roberts was asked if this cold offense is a concern. Here's what he had to say.
I think I can appreciate the devil's advocate angle, but we've got a lot of good offensive players who have track records to back it up. So, again, I think we'll be fine. There's always, it's parts of a season where there's a lull offensively. That happens. Those pitchers are pretty good too. So, but yeah, I'm okay with our offense.
So how concerned should we be about this Dodgers offense? Well, one, they're not at full strength. Mookie Betts, he's been in the lineup, but he's 6 for his last 31. He doesn't look like he's 100%. First, you had the tightness in the back. Then he gets hit in that wrist forearm area. And then, of course, Cody Bellinger is still on the IL. So we haven't seen this team at full strength for an extended period of time this year. And when everyone's back, it's going to be a different story. But we've got to talk about the Dodgers' struggles against left-handed pitching. Right now, they're hitting .204. They have a .642 OPS against southpaws. That's the 26th lowest in all of Major League Baseball. 64 strikeouts. That's the 3rd most in Major League Baseball. And they have 6 home runs against lefties. That's good for 15th in the league. So those aren't numbers that you want to see if you're the Dodgers. So you remember in the offseason that Andrew Friedman was very adamant that the Dodgers needed to add a right-handed bat. Yes, they re-signed Justin Turner, but we were saying this whole time they needed to re-sign him, and in addition to that, add another righty bat. Well, you're seeing early on this year, their struggles with lefties have continued in 2021. Now, it was very encouraging last night to see A.J. Pollock hit his first home run of the year. Hopefully, he can get going, because last season, he mashed against southpaws. In 2020, he slashed .345, .367, .818, had an OPS of 1185, hit 7 bombs against lefties last season. And Mookie Betts, the big question in the offseason was, would he hit lefties again? Well, for his career, he's a .295 hitter against lefties. Last season, he hit .200 against southpaws, and this year, to start the year, he's slashing .154, .421, .231 with an OPS of .652 against lefties. Now, it's only been 13 at-bats for Mookie against lefties this year, so a very small sample size. He's actually looked good at the plate, just hasn't gotten the results. But with this being a full 162-game season, I'm confident that Mookie Betts will find a way to hit lefties like he has for the majority of his career. He's a tireless worker. He'll find a way to get it done. But I do think it's time for the Dodgers to start exploring their options as far as a righty bat. Sheldon Noisy, he flashed some serious potential last night. I'm hoping that Sheldon can continue to bring the Noisy in his opportunities in the show, but they've already sent down Matt Beatty, and Edwin Rios continues to struggle. I think you guys might get your wish in seeing DJ Peters sooner than later. Look, you guys have been clamoring for DJ Peters for the last couple weeks in the comment section. It's been nonstop about DJ Peters, and I think that as a righty bat, yes, he's got an all-or-nothing swing. We know he's going to strike out, but he's got a lot of athleticism in that outfield. He can play multiple positions. I think DJ Peters gets his shot in the show because last night, look, I was at the game. I was at the Ravine. It was fantastic, even though the Dodgers lost. But to see Austin Barnes come up in that situation, you know I love me some Austin Barnes, but you want a guy up there that's only job really is to get hits and to get on base. Austin Barnes, we know where his premium lies, and that's being a elite game-calling catcher. But down below in the comments, let me know what's your level of concern about this cold Dodgers offense on a scale of 1 to 10. Me, it's pretty much a 6 right now because it's only 19 games. We know they're not at full strength. This team is going to start raking like we know they can, and right now they're still at or near the top of most offensive categories in baseball, so not too much to be worried about. For me, it's more of a long-term thing, thinking about the postseason and adding another right-handed bat as the season goes along or exploring some internal options. But I'm at your level of concern down below in the comments on a 1 through 10. Drop your comments. And then we've got an update on Cody Bellinger, the former MVP. He spoke to reporters yesterday, and he was asked about his rehab process, and here's what he had to say.
It's more so pain tolerance at this point. You know, I've just been in the training room, been working out. Can't really, you know, do much until the bone necessarily heals, which takes, I don't really know. It depends on each person. But, you know, once that bone heals up, from what I've been told, is that you're ready to go from there. So I've been hitting in the cage and, you know, playing catch every day, just so I'm staying baseball ready. So once that, you know, once my bone is good to go, I'm ready to play.
So it's definitely looking like Belly's on his way back. He's made a lot of progress of late, and the good news is the injury can't get worse when he comes back and plays on it. The only way it can get worse is if a ball hits it right there or if someone steps on it right where that microfracture occurred. So it doesn't look like it's going to be an injury that's going to linger for the entire season. And then Belly was asked about when he realized the injury was more serious than they originally had thought.
Yeah, so first MRI didn't show anything. There's a lot of inflammation in there. And I mean, the next day after I did it, the next morning was pretty rough. But I got the MRI, said it's just, you know, bruising and swelling. And I mean, it's just pain tolerance from there. And so I progressed pretty good the first few days. And then when I started to do some activity, there was like some sharp pain going on. And I'm like, I don't think that this is, you know, just some bruising and swelling. You know, I think there's something else going on. I hope it is, you know, hopefully it's just painful, but I ended up getting a CT scan and it showed a little fracture in it. So it made sense to what I was feeling and the jogging and the running and everything. So now it's just, you know, the rehab honestly is the same. It's all pain tolerance. I just got to wait for that bone to heal and then I'm ready to go.
So the Dodgers need Belly back in that lineup ASAP. Like I was saying, I want my Belly back, Belly back, Belly back.
Bruh.
And it looks like we're going to get that sooner than later now. Anytime you hear microfracture, it's very concerning, but I think he's on the road to recovery, and I think he'll be back in that Dodgers lineup before we know it, and it'll be nice because it'll allow the Dodgers to restore some of that depth, and then we'll finally be able to see this offense reach its full potential. But let me know down below in the comments, what's your level of concern about this cold Dodgers offense, and also, will Cody Bellinger still be able to make the All-Star team in 2021? Do you think that Belly will be an all-star this year? Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no down below in the comments section. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see even more and more Dodgers content, smash that like button. For all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to gearup.la. For latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.